Parents often wonder how they might encourage their child to become more resilient in life. I asked Professor Paula Barrett if she could share some practical tips on how to develop resilience in children.
Yes, it's a pleasure to try to give some tips. It's very hard to condense all the body of knowledge that we have in very brief, small tips, but I can try to give some. So the first one would be to try to encourage children to verbalize their feelings. The main four feelings: sad, angry, scared, and happy. And explain to them that all feelings are okay, but we have a choice what to do with our feelings. So when your children are feeling different emotions, listen to them and teach them positive ways of expressing their emotions. For example, if a child is really angry, if they go for a run or play with a ball or use a punching bag or do a drawing or listen to music, that's a great way to deal with the emotion anger. If a child is sad, if they ask you for your help facing a difficult situation, that's a great way to deal with the sadness. But for example, if a child is really angry and they go and kick someone or say really cruel words or destroy property, that's not such a positive way of dealing with emotion anger. So the first tip is encourage children to recognize emotions in themselves and other people and to find positive ways of expressing those emotions. The second tip is to every day for at least 5 to 10 minutes, as you're driving, as you're walking somewhere, encourage your children and yourselves to look for positive things around you, in nature, in any activity, when you're eating, when you're doing a Lego with them, for example, when you're reading a book. Ask them, what beautiful things can you see? What beautiful things can you listen to? What can you taste when you're eating your food? Doesn't the food taste beautiful? Doesn't the water taste beautiful? Isn't it wonderful we've got clean water? Also, the feeling of this on their skin of their beautiful washed clothes they're so lucky to have. Or sitting on the grass or sitting on the sand or washing their hands, what can they feel? It's basically what we call attention training, and it's training yourself and your children to pay attention with your 5 senses to all the beautiful things that surround us in nature. That attention training is a very, very important skill that helps people filter through all the negatives that happen in life and focus on the positives with their mind and their 5 senses. It's part of mindfulness training. The third skill would be to teach your children to breathe deeply, slowly, in through their noses, out through their mouth, about 10 times when they're getting really angry and stressed out. To take deep, slow breaths in through their nose, out through their mouth, to tense and relax their muscles, and to imagine a beautiful place where they feel very, very relaxed and happy, and what they can see, listen, taste, feel on their skin, and smell in their place. So trying to calm down all their senses. Another tip would be to help your children think helpful, positive thoughts about themselves, other people in the world. We can choose whether we think in negative and unhelpful ways about ourselves, other people in the world, or we can choose to think in helpful ways. For example, you can choose to say, I can't do this, no one likes me, I can never get anything right, and you're going to feel really sad and worried, and you're going to give up on things or get angry. Or you can choose to think, I can give it my best shot, I can try really hard, I can get support from my parents and my teachers, and you're going to feel more confident and like trying. So that's another skill, thinking in helpful, positive ways about yourself and the people in the world. And you need to practice that a lot, because it's much easier to think in negative, unhelpful ways than to think in positive, helpful ways. So it needs a lot of practice. And the teachers can help at school when they do the Friends program as well, do this. Another skill would be to, when your child is scared or he has to learn a new difficult skill, like how to be the boss of your angry feelings, on how to face a scary situation, help your children face it in small steps. Break it in very, very small steps and help them face it rather than avoid it. Every time you help your child avoid unpleasant or challenging or difficult or scary situation, you're increasing their anxiety and they thinking that they can't cope. Every time you help your child face difficult situations, you're helping them increase their confidence and their ability to do things, to be successful. Another skill tip that is very important is to surround yourselves with support networks. Include grandparents if you can, if they live nearby in your child's life. Include uncles and aunts and cousins and your school community or church community. Children grow up very healthy if they've got several people that love them and support them. And it's also very important for parents and teachers to have support networks. Human beings are social animals, they need support. And finally, to keep practicing these skills, remember anything that is worthwhile in life takes time to practice. If you want to learn a musical instrument or a new language, you're going to have to practice daily and weekly. So it's very important to keep practicing, even if your children initially struggle with practicing the skills. I also wanted to add that healthy lifestyle is very important for emotional well-being. So encourage your children to sleep and have quiet time and rest. Encourage your children to have healthy eating habits, drink lots of water, avoid soft drinks and juices and sweets. Basically reduce sugar consumption in your child's life. Try to eat brown rice, brown bread, brown pasta, drink water, eat porridge for breakfast, organic eggs, and avoid packet cereals with high contents of sugar. Sugar is a very unhealthy practice in a healthy eating program. And finally, staying an active family is fantastic for you and your children. Spend as much time in nature as you can. Go bike riding with your children. Go play ball with your children in parks every day, even just for 10 minutes on the way home from school. Go running with your children. Go rollerblading or use a scooter or go swimming. Go walking on the beach. Go and walking your dog with your children. After dinner, instead of watching TV, go for a walk around the neighborhood with torches and leave your mobile phone at home. Children love that, and you can talk to them about happy things that happen during the day. So stay an active family. Do active activities and tasks with your children. And just to summarize it all, there's another very important tip for parents. Help your children be kind to other people, to animals, to all living creatures. They all feel the same as we do, and to the environment. So just going with your children for a walk on Cave Beach and picking up some rubbish, even if each one of them just picks up one piece of rubbish and put it in the bin, you're making a wonderful contribution to the environment and teaching your children to care about the environment and other living creatures and other people that share this beautiful earth place with us. So thank you, and God bless, and all the best for your school.